Hello again. I'm Constanza Rader with Heartseed Art, creative support for patients and caregivers. Welcome to, if you're just tuning in, welcome to our day of art, music, and creative support. We hope you'll enjoy this whole day of programming. We're talking to different people about how they use the arts to cope in times of crisis, to maybe give you guys ideas as kind of everyone's dealing with times of crisis right now. I want to also remind you that we have our community sing event happening tonight at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time. You can register at heartseedart.org/create-for-a-cause. It's free. There is an optional $10 donation for registration that helps to cover the event, and then $5 of which will go to the San Antonio Area Foundation African American Community Fund to help local nonprofits that are addressing health disparities for people of color. We think it's going to be a really fabulous event, and I want you to come. If you're a singer, if you don't think of yourself as a singer, it does not matter. You will be muted. And it's just it's going to be a really fun night to come together over a common experience of music. So make sure you register. You can't join unless you register. So do that. It's in partnership. We're doing that in partnership with UTSA Music Department, Rock Hills Church, and it's co-sponsored by Among the Broken and Ministerial Outreach, which is another nonprofit here in San Antonio. So we hope you'll join us. Today we have a very special guest. We're very excited to have Gina Thomas joining us.
Hey.
Gina is a nurse that we met on the oncology unit at Methodist Hospital and has been a wonderful advocate for our program with her patients, and has even benefited herself as a medical provider. So thank you for being with us, Gina. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be a part of this.
Yay. Well, would you mind sharing a little bit about your story and your connection with Heartseed Art and kind of how you came to be connected with us?
Sure. So I work as a registered nurse at Methodist Hospital on the oncology unit, and I've been there for a little bit over 4 years. And so ever since I started in oncology, I've had a very strong connection. I've been a huge supporter of the Heartseed Art program because I've seen it firsthand what it can do for patients and how big of an impact it can have on them. And so, I'm just a huge supporter. They all need that. Most of our patients in the hospital are there for weeks, sometimes months, and they have a new diagnosis of cancer. So not only are they dealing with the fact that they've just been diagnosed with cancer, they're in the hospital, they can't leave, but they're also away from all their family and friends, everything that matters to them. So there's a lot of new stress in their lives. And so the program really helps them on how to deal with it, how to talk about it, how to express it through whether it's art or writing classes or just listening to music being played for them. I mean, it has such a huge impact.
Can you think of, are there any specific stories that come to mind of a particular patient that you saw was impacted?
Yeah, so I mean, it's almost every single patient that is impacted by it. They just gave it a chance. So a lot of them are very like, I don't want to leave my room. I don't want to eat anymore. I just want to be by myself. A lot of them are experiencing some depression, anxiety, stuff that they've never had before. And so I always push them, like, just try it one time, especially before the quarantine, when we were having y'all were doing a lot of the group art classes. I would really push them just to do it because I know how big of an impact it can have. And so once they do, I mean, they're so grateful, and they're at every art class, or they're at every, music class. And so I just know that they all need a little push. And then most of them say I'm not artistic. I mean, I think I'm not artistic. And somehow the little artist in me comes out every time I do a drawing class or, some sort of activity with y'all. And so I know it's in everybody.
I love that. And
yeah.
It's so fun because it's like it's not something we don't have. It's just something that we forget we have, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure. And I always swear I'm not artistic at all. There's nothing about me that's artistic. But no, I've seen it in me recently because I've taken your virtual classes that y'all started from home. And it's amazing. I'm like, wow, I can draw. And my girls love it. I have 2 little girls. They're 10 and 11. And as soon as I saw that y'all were doing these virtual classes, I offered it to them. They're very aware of the program. And so they love it. They love Hannah. She's like their best friend now. And so it's like, it's impacted me and them. So it's very nice.
So thank you for saying that. And we're so glad that we've been able to support y'all during this time. Why do you think, so we serve patients and caregivers, and there are family and friend caregivers, and then there's also professional caregivers. So why, what am I trying to say? Why do you think professional caregivers, nurses and doctors need these programs as much as the patients do? Like what benefit have you seen as a provider? Why do their hearts need art?
So, for us as an oncology nurse, we deal with a lot of stress that comes with our job, not just physical stress, but emotional, mental. I mean, we have to be that positive person in these patients' lives. Even during the very sad times, we have to stay uplifting, and we need to be the positive person that they need. And so that causes a lot of stress in our lives. And so for me, I feel like it's helped us when y'all offer these team building exercises and, art classes for the staff on oncology, because it gives us a way to express what we're going through. And, it's very important for us to talk about it, and because there can be really dark days. So I refer to y'all as that sunshine that we need on a very cloudy day, because it's what we all need.
Yeah. And the sad reality is an inpatient oncology unit has a very high mortality rate. So a majority of the patients that we work with eventually die from their cancers, and that creates a toll. It takes a price from the professional caregivers that are in that environment all the time. And so, we love providing space for people to decompress and process and all those things, however we can support in those ways. And so just a little reminder for those of you that are watching, if you are a provider, if you know a provider, all of our one-on-one sessions are open and available for you guys as well. And you can schedule an appointment with one of our artists, musicians, and writers at heartsneedart.org/virtual arts. And that's, as Gina said, that's something that Gina's done. We've been able to work with and support nursing units at hospitals in New York City and California and Chicago. It's been really interesting to see how the virtual program has kind of expanded our reach. And so we're excited about that. So Gina, as you're kind of like discovering the little artist in you, how do you see the role of the arts in times of crisis in your life?
So for me, it was first experienced through a group exercise at work. When I first came into oncology, and I was very sad, I was crying like every day at work. For the first 6 months, I went through a really tough time, because this is the first time I've dealt with so much death and so much sadness, and patients that are there for so long that we know everybody by their first name. I mean, they're family to us. So that was a huge change in my life. And so I remember specifically being really sad in my job and wondering, like, how can I keep doing this? But I knew it was my calling. I loved it, but it just brought so much sadness. And so y'all put on a group exercise for us, and the exercise was where we were making paper beads for our badge to put on a string to hang on our badge. And so we had to roll out the paper, and on the paper, y'all wanted us to write down like why we chose oncology, what we want to do and how we want to grow in our position, and just like positive things that we're working towards, and just reminders of why we are doing what we're doing. And so there was many times after we rolled up the paper and put it on a string and hung it on our badge, where I was sad at work, or had just lost a patient, or had to talk to a young 18-year-old about being diagnosed with testicular cancer and possibly not being able to have kids later. And, these are like very hard, deep moments. And I would, pull my badge to open up a door, and I would see these beads there, and they were constant reminders of why I was where I was and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it was just such a positive thing for me that sometimes you don't even understand how much of an impact y'all can have.
Yeah.
And the whole quarantine thing too, it helps that when we're stuck at home and then I see that y'all are doing art classes. And so my girls like looked so forward to that 45 minutes with Hannah in their own space. I mean, it helps so much. They leave that class learning how to draw something new that they've never drawn. They're so uplifted. They're so positive. It just had such a huge impact, even on them, and they're only 10 and 11.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, it's really incredible to see how it's almost like sometimes when we're going through crisis, it's like we're just in this long exhale and our oxygen level gets lower and lower and lower, and we just start to shrivel. And then an art experience is almost like taking a full deep breath and just kind of lifting you out of that downward spiral. I know that's how I see it in my life too. And Gina, I wanted to affirm you for that project with the beads. That was you. That was your work and your creativity and your thought that went into those beads. That is what made that impact for you. We may have provided the materials, but that was your creativity. And I think that's so important, like that we all have the power to create moments of joy, self-expression, and connection through our creativity, through the arts. It's such a powerful language, and we can create those tangible reminders about
it
why
No, it does. It has such a bigger impact than some people can even understand.
We have the on the oncology unit, we have that wall of patient artwork, which is kind of a permanent fixture in there.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate right now because it's fairly static. Normally we refresh it each time we have an art class on the unit. But that's another thing that is just having the presence of art within the healthcare space. What impact do you see that having on just the whole culture on the unit, on the staff, on the patients?
I mean, it just makes us feel that we're very involved in their care and we care about their mental health and their well-being. And we're proud of what the Hearts Need Art program offers, to see all this art displayed. And then when I walk by and I'm like, oh, that was my patient. Oh, I took care of her. Well, I didn't know that she was that artistic. It's pretty great and uplifting. And one of my favorite things that y'all started doing was the window art, where y'all go in and patients would paint, or y'all would paint on the windows. That I love. I mean, it makes, there you go, just like that.
There's Hannah.
That's like the most prettiest thing ever. And it's like, how can you not smile when you see that? It's just amazing how a little bit of art on a little bit of paint on a window can make such a positive impact. So it was one of my favorites. Yeah,
I love that. And I feel like it helps the whole being in an environment with the arts present, especially personalized expressions like that, like the window paintings. I feel like it's a really powerful way to communicate, kind of like you said, that we care about you as a person.
Yeah.
Like, we're not just here for cancer, we're here for you holistically. And just, even if people don't participate actively in the arts, that they're still getting that message just by having them present, right?
Sure.
Would you agree?
Absolutely. I would definitely agree with that. Yeah, because you don't get that from other units. It's the oncology unit that really, those patients really need that support. I've never given so much emotional support and so much of me to a patient like I have in oncology, because it's just different on other units. And so that's one thing that we offer there, that y'all offer, that other places don't. And it's just so important.
So why do you think one of our vision is the universal accessibility of arts engagement for all patients and caregivers. We started in oncology because we saw that's where there was a huge need, especially in adult oncology, for supportive services, because there's a lot of patients that are on the unit for a long time. They're isolated. There's not as many supportive services. So what do you see about, do you agree with that? Are there what's different about oncology that really heightens the need for these types of supportive services?
Well, I think the fact that they're there for so long, and especially right now, they can only have one family member. For a while there, they weren't even allowed to have any family members. And so they're there. They're not just there for a quick, like, oh, knee replacement, I'm leaving in a day. They're there for months. I mean, sometimes like 6 to 9 months. These people are just like, they're family to us. It's weird when you walk into the room and they're not there. They've been discharged or, what have you. And so I think because of that, just knowing that they're there for so long and they don't have a lot of emotional support. I mean, most people have to work every day. And so they can't have their spouse there every day. The kids are in school. Life goes on when you're diagnosed with cancer and stuck in a hospital for weeks or months. Life goes on. And sometimes those patients get forgotten about. And so I feel like that's why they need it the most. They need so much emotional support because of what they're going through. And, some of the other units, they have quick turnaround with patients. They're there one night, they leave. And so they're really busy. So that's the thing about oncology is it's a little bit slower pace. It's more stressful, but you get time to really connect with your patients. And that's what I love.
So I know that there's research about the effect that psychosocial symptom burden, things like depression and anxiety and loneliness, have on prognoses, like on outcomes, on medical outcomes for patients. What do you see in that? Like, how do you see someone's mental space affecting their healthcare outcomes?
Well, so most of our patients, I say like a huge percentage of them, start to experience, if they never have had depression or anxiety or loneliness before, they start to have it after being diagnosed with cancer. And so I feel like they're experiencing, this is all so new to them. And then on top of being diagnosed with cancer and now for the first time experiencing so much sadness and loneliness that a lot of them don't want to be on medication. And we don't always want to just push medications. We want them to be able to express what your fears are, what you want to happen, what you don't want to happen. And a lot of people don't know what they want and they can't express it. And so the art classes and the writing classes help them to express it and to deal with all this new stuff in their life, in a way that they wouldn't otherwise.
That's cool. Yeah. So in your words, why would you say that our hearts need art?
So I think everybody's heart needs a little art, but especially our patients on our unit need it because it just brings them joy and it brings them a way to self-express in ways that they couldn't before. And experiencing loneliness and all these things that they didn't have before they were diagnosed, I feel like it's just that happiness that you need, that joy, that something they have to look forward to, especially the group art classes. I mean, if you remember one of our specific patients that we talked about at the gala, she would say, like, we would plan her whole day, blood transfusions, chemo, lunch, all that around, no, today it's art class at 2, music class at whatever time. Every day it was some sort of class that she was going to. And that is what we had to plan our day around. I had to schedule stuff around the class because it was that important to her. And it's that important to a lot of patients. And so they don't realize when they've never experienced it before, they don't realize how big of an impact it can have on their lives. And that's why I push all my patients. I mean, I swear, every single patient, they're like, no, I don't want Jaime and Megan to come in and sing. No, I don't want. I'm like, no, yes, you do. Like, just listen one time. And hearing them sing when when we just lost a patient or we're stressed out, hearing them sing is just, it's like, it's just that joy that you need, that little like bit of hope that, hey, you know what, everything's going to be okay.
I love that. Thank you so much, Gina.
It's so important.
So you support some of our artists through our Adopt an Artist program. Can you talk about why you do that and why other people should?
So ever since the gala for your last fundraiser that I spoke at, I just wanted to give back because I know how great all of y'all are. And I don't want to see y'all not around. I want to support y'all in any way I can. And so I donate a little bit of money every month. because that just makes me feel good. I just want to help. But this morning when I just was looking on your website and it said you can adopt an artist. I'm like, oh, I want to adopt them because I genuinely like these people. I think all of the people that work with you they all have a really good heart. They're very
amazing.
They are. I'm like, you're more amazing than most people I know. I don't understand. But yeah, so I wanted to adopt an artist, especially Hannah, who has done the virtual classes with my daughters. And then I support Megan, because I've just known her for so long, and I think that she's an amazing singer. And I saw what they're working towards as far as school, and I just wanted to adopt them and support as much as I can because it's going to such a good cause.
Well, speaking of Megan, we have her waiting in the wings with us.
Yay! Hi, Megan.
Oh, hi.
So Megan is going to be providing us with some music the rest of this hour. If you want to learn more about Megan and how you can adopt her, look, Hannah, she's saying thank you. If you want to learn more about Hannah or any of our other artists, how you can support them or adopt them on a regular basis, you can go to our website, heartseeandart.org /team is actually where you can see kind of the whole roster of our artists. You can also text GIVE to 210-796-5188. And that kind of goes to general support of these programs so we can continue to create these moments of joy that are so needed in such a dark space in healthcare. Gina, thank you so much for joining us and for speaking with us.
I love it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. And we'll hand it over to Megan. She'll take your requests, put them in the comments as you're watching this, and she'll try to sing as much as she knows that you asked for. So have a good afternoon, y'all. Have fun.
Nurse Christina. So
Megan, sorry everyone, hi. There was some problem with your audio, so it fixed when I came back on, so I'm going to leave and we're going to try it again.
Okay,
good luck.
all right. Hi guys, I hope you can hear me now, but I hope you all are doing good. I'm so excited to be on here with you today. And that was such an awesome interview with Nurse Gina. I love her so much, and I'm so thankful for her. She's so amazing, and I love everything she stands for and she does. And I know our patients, they rave about her. She is awesome. And thank you to every caregiver and family member, every patient out there. We love you, and we're here for you. And I'm so excited to be here today. So I'm going to start off today with a song. It is one of Richard's favorites. It is called Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So I'm going to get my lyrics put up. And I miss you guys so much. I'm so happy to be back on here. I feel like it's been forever, but I'm so happy to be singing with you guys today. So, hi, Cassie. Yes, I can. Sure. Okay. So I'm going to start out with Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and then I Got You. That's one of my favorite songs. It's such a good request. So here we go. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream, they do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly high over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why can't I? Awesome. So that was Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So right now I'm going to move on to a request. And Cassie, this one is for you. So if you're still on here, this one's for you. And if you guys have any requests, please drop them in the comments below, and I would love to do those for you. But hello, Mom and Deb. Oh, I love you guys so much. I'm so glad y'all could join. So I am going to do Reckless Love, and this is a request for Cassie. Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down. I still am found. Leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it. I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down. By still I'm found. Leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it. I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, but still I'm found. Leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it. I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Awesome. So that was Reckless Love, and I love that song. I know it's one of my dad's favorites. So, oh, hello, he's on here. I love you. I'm so glad he got to be on here. And Hannah, thank you. And Stanzi and Gina, I love you guys. And thank you, Miss Gina. You know, they were talking about adopting an artist, and Miss Gina is so kind, and she adopted me, and I'm so thankful for that, because we get to continue to minister and do what we do. So I'm so thankful, and I missed you guys. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. I feel like it's been so long, and I remember in the beginning it was so different transitioning on to fully virtual. But I am so thankful that we're still here with you guys. I'm still connected with you guys, and we get to see you on here. It was so good to see Miss Gina today. I miss you. I miss you too. Just seeing people, even if it's over the computer screen, the phone screen, whatever. Just to be connected together is something so amazing. So I'm so happy to be here. If you have any more requests, please put them in the comments below. But I'm going to move on really quick, and I have another song. I have a few more songs prepared for you guys today. So the next song I have prepared is a song by Andra Day, and she's an amazing artist. And if you have not listened to her, I highly recommend her. She is an artist, and she is so talented. I love all of her music. So this is a song by her, and it's super encouraging and uplifting. And it's a song that I sing very often with a lot of patients in the hospital setting. So I hope that you take some encouragement from this song today, and I hope that you enjoy it. So here is Rise Up. I'm going to get my lyrics really quick. 1 second. Okay. Alrighty, here we go, guys. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find the fire, but I see it in you, so we can walk it out. Mountain. We can walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the pain. I'll rise up and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up high like the waves. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains, walk it to its feet, mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. Yeah. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. We will rise, and we will rise. And we'll rise like the day, we'll rise up. In spite of the pain, we'll rise up 1,000 times again. All right, guys. I'm going to end that one there because I'm a little pitchy today. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I'm so excited to be on here again. And if you just tuned in, hello. Oh, hi. Love you so much. Thank you, Ben. Awesome. Can you do Come to the Altar? I sure can. So I'm going to do another request for you guys. I'm going to do Oh Come to the Altar. And this is from my dad. Okay, I love this song. Such a good song. It's by Elevation Worship. And it's one of my favorites. So here is Oh Come to the Altar. All right, guys. I'm hurting and broken within, overwhelmed by the weight of sin. Jesus is calling. Have you come to the end of yourself? Do you thirst for a drink from the well? Jesus is calling. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Leave behind your regrets and mistakes. Come today, there's no reason to wait. Jesus is calling. Bring your sorrows and trade them for joy. From the ashes a new life is born. Jesus is calling. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Oh, what a Savior! Isn't He wonderful? Sing hallelujah! Christ is risen. Bow down before Him. 'Cause He is Lord of all. Sing hallelujah. Christ is risen. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Awesome. So that was Oh Come to the Altar, and I hope you enjoyed that, Dad. That one was for you. And thank you, Miss Gina. And Aunt Yvonne, thank you. And Miss Lisa, hello. And Deb, I can't wait to see you either. I miss everyone so much. So thank you. I miss you guys. And thank y'all for being on here. So I have another song prepared for you guys. And this one's called Man in the Mirror. And I'm sure many of you have heard this song. And yes, Lisa, it has been a while. Oh my gosh. I was just saying that earlier, how I miss it so much. Oh, it feels like forever. But I'm so glad to be on here, and I'm so excited that we're doing today. It's such a special day, an impactful day. And hi, Miss Sanchez, thank you. I love you. Thank you. I hope that you all will tune in tonight. And Grandma. I love you guys. I love y'all. But I hope you guys will tune in tonight. It is going to be, thank you. 45. Thank you. So I'm super, super excited for tonight. If you don't know, we're having a community sing along, and I would love, and it's right here. This is the link. So we would love to see you guys there. It's so important to have community, especially right now with everything going on. Community is key, and standing beside each other is key. So I'm super excited for that. But moving on, this song is called Man in the Mirror, and I'm sure almost every one of you know who Michael Jackson is. So this is one of his songs, and I love this song because it talks about really looking inside of ourselves and looking at our own hearts. And that's something that's so important every day, is just to really, try to become better and better each and every day, and trying to show compassion and looking inside of our own selves so that we can serve one another better and be better for one another and ourselves. So this is called Man in the Mirror, and I'm going to pull up my lyrics for you guys. Okay. And I'm just going to sing the chorus of this song. I love it so much. So I'm going to sing the chorus of this song. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make the change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. Alrighty, so that was Man in the Mirror. I just want to do the chorus because, again, that is such a good song. And I was praying, about what I should sing, and I really felt like that was a good one. So I want to sing 2 more songs for you guys. I have to hop off at 11:50 so we can, kind of move on with our next events and get everything ready. But I'm so glad again to be here with you guys today. And if you have time after this, and if you're interested and you really just feel like you want, you love music and you want to hang out with me more, I have private one-on-one sessions from 12 to 1 today. And I am on there Friday as well. Every Friday I have office hours, and I'm literally just waiting to spend time with anyone who wants a private session with me. We get on there, we talk, we share music. So and no, you don't have to sing. I'll sing to you. So don't think that you have to get on there and sing. No, it's just spending time and really connecting and sharing. I'll share some music with you, and really I'm there to encourage you and uplift you. So if that is something you're interested in, I have private one-on-one sessions. You can sign up right here. Go to Virtual Arts and sign up for a music session and find my name, and it'll give you all the times that I'm available. And again, I have sessions today and every Friday. So you can catch me on there. I am still available today. So, and yes, dads are eligible. Oh, yes, you better be on there. I'm just kidding. I love you. So you should go sign up. Get mom to help you. So I'm going to do 2 more songs for you guys. And I'm super excited about these. These are 2 songs that I feel are really relevant for what's going on. And the first one is called Waiting on the World to Change. And then I'm going to do 1 more song after that to close out today. So this song is by John Mayer. And if you guys haven't heard it, it is a amazing song. I feel like it's very fitting, and it's just, talking about wanting unity and just, peace among one another. So of course, or I would hope that's all our goal in life, is just to have joy and peace. And so this song is all about that. So I'm super excited to sing this for you. And yeah, this is Waiting on the World to Change by John Mayer. Me and all my friends, we're all misunderstood. They say we stand for nothing, but there's no way we ever could. Now we see everything that's going wrong with the world and those who lead it. We just feel like we don't have the means to rise above and beat it. So we keep waiting, waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. It's hard to beat the system when we're standing at a distance. So we keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change. Now if we had the power to bring our neighbors home from war, they would never miss a Christmas. No ribbons on the door. And when you trust your television, what you get is what you got. Cause when they own the information, oh, they can bend it all they want. So we keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. It's not that we don't care, we just know that the fight ain't there. So we keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting, waiting on the world to change. One day our generation is gonna rule the population. So we keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change. Awesome. So that was Waiting on the World to Change, and I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That is by John Mayer. And yes, Miss Gina, me too. I love that song so much. I love most of his music. It's so good. So, but this is one of my absolute favorites. So I have one more song for you guys today, and you know, I want to give a little preface to what the meaning behind this song is. This song is called Blackbird, and it is by Paul McCartney, and he wrote this song in the 1960s when there was a lot of racial strife in the American South. And I just want to read a little bit of the history of the song behind you and kind of give a few words of my own, and then I want to sing this song to close out today. So it says, he wrote this song about the racial strife in the American South in the 1960s. This song was really, and this is him saying, this song was really a song for me to a Black woman experiencing these problems in the States. Let me encourage you to keep trying, to keep your faith. There is hope. He saw the song as empowerment. He said, I had in mind a Black woman rather than a bird. Those were the days of the civil rights movement, which all of us cared passionately about. So this was really a song from me to the Black woman experiencing these problems in the States. And again, let me encourage you to keep trying, to keep your faith. There's hope. So to every one of my Black sisters and Black brothers out there, I just want to let you know that I love you, that we love you. Us at Hearts and Art, we are standing with you. You know, again, we have so many resources for you. You know, this is why we're here, not just for patients or caregivers, or we're here for people, and we love people, and our heart is for people. I know I can say personally, my heart is for people, and I love you. And this song is for every one of you, that there is hope and that we are standing with you, and know these problems, you know, they are still happening, but you know what? Change is happening and a movement is happening, and you can do this, and there's hope for you, and we love you. And so this song is dedicated to you. And yeah, we love you, and your life does matter. And, you know, your life is included in All Lives Matter. And until every life matters, that's when all lives can matter, and you are loved. So this song is for every single one of you. This song is specifically dedicated to you. So this is our last song of the day, and sorry that you know, I just wanted to end it on a really serious note, and just let everyone know I love you all, and I'm so happy to be back here. But this is Blackbird by the Beatles, or by Paul McCartney. So I'm gonna pull up my lyrics really quick, and this is dedicated to y'all. Okay, here we go. Blackbird singing in the dead of the night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of the night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of the night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All of your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. I love y'all and I missed y'all. And again, I have private sessions 12 to 1 and every Friday. So I love you guys. I missed you. And oh, it was so good to be back. And hello, Leandra. Thank you, Hannah and Miss Sanchez. I love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Megan, for sharing that. And yeah, it was beautiful. You know, we're really really grateful for this time in American history and this time in our community to take a hard look at ourselves and to make sure that we are participating in creating an equitable society and addressing any systems issues that we have even in our organization that may be discriminatory, so that we can truly serve the full spectrum of people that we work with in the hospital. So thank you, Megan, for sharing your heart and for sharing your voice with us today.
Thank you. I love you. Love you guys.
Take care. So if you watching here want to donate a music session for a patient or a caregiver, you can text give to 210-796-5188. And a gift of $25 helps us to provide a personalized art session, one-on-one art session for a patient and our caregiver. So go on and do that today if you want to help to provide these moments of joy for patients that are going through some of the darkest times in their lives. Next up, we have another fun interview with, I believe, let me actually just double check so I don't accidentally say the wrong one because we have several going on today. We're going to be with Ashley Hillier. She's going to be doing some midday meditation and yoga with us, and she happens to be on our board and has been a family caregiver before. So we're excited for you to listen to that interview. Until then,